Hey, Radio Rock Stars, this is another Pep Talk Radio with Dave, and today we're going to talk about what to do in a quick call. So, I'd like to share this when I woke up this morning or even last morning or whatever it was, I didn't go what? Gosh, I'm going to buy myself a brand new radio traffic software system. No, I've never done that. I would never do that because it works. It does its thing, right? The only reason why we would potentially entertain this idea is because somebody got up one morning and says, you know what? I'm going to go sell Dave. I'm going to go sell 97.5 on why they should buy my traffic system and not the one they're currently using. All right. So that person needed to call and knock on the door and get to us and then make us realize why we need this great, awesome new thing. And whatever we're using right now is not worth, anything. So, and that's the same thing with your clients. Nobody of all your clients have never got to bed and the next morning waking up and be like, gosh, today I'm going to buy myself a nice branding campaign on 97.5 radio or whichever other radio station. No, they've never done that. They'll never do that. So it really comes down to, it's a numbers game, guys. You've got to go ahead and meet clients and call them and call them again and call them again and meet with them again. And that's just how it is. That's what sales is, right? And sometimes I've experienced this. I know you all, if not all of you guys experience how you've sold somebody. It took, 6 months or a year or 2 years or 3 or 5 or 6 or 9 years. It takes time. It's all about timing, right? Sometimes we can get the sale like this and sometimes it takes a while, but it's all about follow-up. But you guys already know this. I'm not preaching to the choir here, right? But how do I get prepared quickly for meetings? So what do I do is for anybody that's been on sales calls with me, you guys know this. Right before we pull in or on the way there or when we park in the parking lot, I always look at you and I'd say, what's our goal? Right before we go in, what's the goal? What are we going to try and accomplish here, right? Is our goal trying to find out just simply who the marketing person is because this is a cold call? Or is our goal just to find out when their grand opening is? So maybe we can try to time better our efforts to reach out to the right person. Or maybe it's just a regular follow-up. Maybe you've already pitched them 3 weeks ago, a $800 schedule, and you just can't get a hold of them and spend 3 weeks trying to text and call and email and they're dodging everything, and then now you're just going to stop in, right? So that's a goal. Or maybe you're just, you had a CNA with them, you know what they need and all that, and then you can't pin them down for a time and date to meet, so you're just going to stop by, make sure you have your proposal with, and then hope for the best. Okay, so that's the first goal, and then the first thing. The second thing is never leave without a follow-up date. Now, again, if you've been on sales call with me, I always make sure that whenever we're done with a meeting, I ask the client, when would you want to follow up with us? They're always going to say, majority of the time, well, I'll get back to you, whatever day, Tuesday or Wednesday next week, right? They'll say, I'll get back to you Tuesday. And you're like, okay, this is the most important part here. I always say, sounds good. If I don't hear from you by Thursday, I'll follow up with you then. And then usually they're going to say, yep, that's fair. All right, thank you so much, and goodbye. And so basically when they say, yes, that's fine, they basically give you the permission to go ahead and bother them and text them and call them and email them if you don't hear from them by Tuesday, right? So just that little permission gives you all the access to do the follow-ups you need to do, all right? So again, the two things you need to do when you go ahead and walk into a meeting and get prepared quickly is before you go in, set a goal. And number two, never leave without a follow-up date. All right? This was another Pep Talk Radio with Dave. What to do in a quick call. I'll see you guys later.